What's up everyone? Welcome to a brand new episode on my YouTube channel. If you're new to this channel, my name is Christian and I'm a registered nurse based in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I love to make videos and content about my favorite subject in the world, nursing. In today's episode, I just wanted to cover one of the most important questions that I get asked on a daily basis. And that's how to get a job as a new grad during COVID-19 season. So number one, the best place to start is to reach out to the place where you had clinicals. Chances are if you made a good impression during your clinical rotation, the nurses that you got to work with, the directors, the managers that you got to see and work with on a weekly basis, they're gonna remember you and vouch for you when you go and apply for that position. Number two, apply to a hospital with a new grad program. There's new grad programs out there, and these programs are specifically made and designated to help transition you from a new grad position into the hospital floor. Even though you just finished nursing school and you feel like you know all the information in the world, these classes and courses are going to help give you additional information, give you quick refreshers such as how to put chest tubes, IVs, all of that, so you're not just thrown into the fire right away. Look for a hospital with a new grad program because that's what's going to help transition you. And also, they're also going to be able to pair you up with a preceptor who's going to help mentor you during the whole process. In entirety, a preceptorship lasts about 3 months, and after 3 months, you're going to be on your own. But entirely, the residency itself takes about 6 months. So from 6 months, you'll be able to transition from that new grad position seamlessly. Number three, reach out to the director of the floor that you want to work at and try to do so personally, either in person or email, and be consistent about it. Chances are, if that director knows who you are prior to going into the interview process, they're going to recognize you and put you on top of everyone else because they already know who you are. And it's as simple as introducing yourself, saying, "Hi, my name is Christian. I'm a new graduate from this hospital, had clinical rotations here, and I love to work here if possible." Number four, no connections? No problem. Try to join a nursing club or organization. Try to find a mentorship program. There's programs out there where you get to meet and get in touch with other registered nurses locally, and these are the types of people that you want to get to know in person because they can also help you figure out which hospitals are hiring for positions, which hospitals have good reputable new grad programs, and these are also the people that you could put as references on your resume, so try to utilize that. And number five, be patient and be persistent. I know it sucks sometimes, like when you expect after you pass that NCLEX, you just graduated and became a new grad RN, that you can't find a job right away. I know there's people that have waited weeks, months, and end, waiting patiently for that position and going crazy and getting frantic. Try to be patient and also make an effort and be consistent. Don't give up, be persistent, and try to reach out to these directors, try to reach out to the hospitals, human resources, constantly refresh that job openings page so you could find positions, because these job openings aren't gonna find themselves. You're gonna have to put in some work, you're gonna have to put in some legwork, reach out to these people, apply, and that's how you're gonna get a job right away. And I also want to end this video with 3 common misconceptions when it comes to applying for a new grad position. Number one, we hear this all the time. Does ACLSBLS put you at an advantage? Absolutely not. When I was in my last semester of nursing school, I remember people telling me, "Oh, get your ACLS and BLS. People or recruiters, they're gonna like you more if you have that done." But to be honest, it didn't really make much of a difference because more likely the hospitals that you apply for are already gonna provide ACLS and BLS for free. So why spend $100, $200 to get certification for something that your hospital that you're planning to apply it is not even gonna look at and even give it to you for free? So think about that. Number two, I hear this all the time. Hospitals don't hire new grads. That is completely BS. That is not true. Hospitals do hire new grads, and in fact, they actually want to have new grads because if you think about it, you have older nurses out there that are about to retire. Who's going to replace these nurses? The new graduates are. The thing about nursing, guys, is that it is a stable position, and nursing has one of the highest job security numbers in the entire world. No matter what, no matter where you are, what state, what country, there's always going to be a demand for nurses, so you are a necessity. More than likely, you're going to find a position, and you just got to be patient about it, because hospitals, whether you know it or not, they need you to work for them. And last but not least, you are required to start in med-surg. That is also not very true. People will always tell you that you need to start in med-surg, but I want you guys to step away from that and understand why they tell you this. Why start in med-surg? Well, med-surg helps you get clinical practice. It helps give you organization skills because you realize that there's a 6-to-1 ratio When you're able to juggle that many patients at a time, you begin to learn how to do prioritization, delegation, and all of that. It boosts your critical thinking skills and also boosts your experience. You can start on the med-surg floor, certainly, and it's always highly recommended so then you get that organizational skills, but do you necessarily have to start on med-surg? Absolutely not. It is very possible for new grad nurses to get jobs in IMC, ER, and ICU. Entirely possible. I have 2 people that I've mentored that have been able to land jobs respectively in IMC and ICU, and they are doing completely well for themselves. They're about to start their new grad residency programs, and I'm super proud of them. And so how did they do it? They used the exact same tips that I provided. You have to be consistent, try to get to know who these directors are, join clubs and organizations, get your name across, because more likely, if your name is known across the valley, the city, the state that you work in, people are going to know who you are. And recognition gets results. If people know who you are, they know your reputation, you have all these people backing you up, RNs, directors, charge nurses, you have all these people and support systems backing you up, you're going to have an easy time getting a position in the hospital if you have that. So don't just stand around and do nothing. And don't let not having connections be an excuse on why you can't work in the hospital setting. Get out there, make an effort, wear a mask of course when you're going out in the setting, make some phone calls, and grind. You are going to find a job, and I'm confident that you as a new grad are going to find a job. So don't be discouraged. I know that a lot of people expect instant gratification where they get jobs right away as soon as they graduate nursing school, but sometimes it doesn't happen that way. You just have to be patient. For me, I was very patient. I applied to IMC about a month after I graduated my nursing program, and it took me 3 whole months just to start working on that floor. And so was it worth it? Absolutely, because I knew that was the place I wanted to work, and I didn't want to settle for anywhere else. I was patient, and I landed that job in IMC and got to start there. And fortunately, because of all that experience, I was able to also transition to right now into an ICU position. So it is entirely possible to go from new grad to IMC to ICU, whichever order you want to do. You just gotta believe in yourself, and you gotta be positive. Don't have that negative attitude and tell yourself that you're not gonna find a job, because guaranteed, 100%, you are gonna find a job, because we need you now than more than ever. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions or concerns or any advice at all, please leave a comment down in the comment section below. If you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel, smash that like button, and stay tuned for future episodes. Take care, guys.
Bustling through the bears that try to contain me, moving on up, making moves and money endlessly. How you think I got this name? C Money, it's my specialty.